Okay, let's start our first use of Varla. We're going to start by importing one element from the attributes, let's say, or the skills. So the first thing we need to do is look at our Varla DLL. Make sure it's in the right setting. We have common Oblivion Data OBS plugins, and this is where it is. So before we set everything up, we're going to go into a save. We're going to take this one. The save is a very old save that had the Dark Brotherhood questline finished and nothing else. You can see that it pops the Deliver the Amulet. This is because of the mod Arrive by Ship. You can also see that my spell to import was added. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to enter the export save command. That's going to create the INI file here. Okay, this is in document my games Oblivion OBSE. Okay, this is next to the saves. Okay, so in Varla, this is the save dump with almost nothing. That's totally normal. And we have an INI which shows you which properties you're allowed to export. So by default, we have nothing. So we're going to simply go to a special utility that I made for this, which is the INI editor. Okay. This is much more convenient that setting the settings to 1 or 0. What you want to make sure here is that you select the correct varla.ini. This one is for Oblivion Remastered, so don't select that. Instead, you want to go to the documents, My Games, Oblivion, OBSE, and Varla. This is the one for old Oblivion. So you can see that nothing is checked. For now, let's just test everything. So we're going to put everything on. We save, and then we can exit this. And if we look at our little Varla INI, you can see that everything is checked. Now, we're going to go into our save. By the way, all of this is updated at runtime, okay? While you're playing the game, you can totally go and modify the files, the INI, the go to the UI and everything has no issue. So we're going to save again. Export save, okay. And now, big surprise, our save dump has a lot of information. Okay, so this is absolutely something that you can edit yourself if you want, but it would be a bit cumbersome, understandably. So we're going to go to the utility. The utility here will allow us to load the save file. So you keep on auto detect. Later, I'm going to demonstrate how we can do this for the remaster once I publish it. But for now, let's just open the save dump. And again, make sure you select the one in Oblivion. Okay, it's the one that we just made, and it has a bunch of data, 160 KO. So you open it and see, for instance, you have the name of our character, see that it's an Imperial, Adventurer, level 4, etc. So the whole point of this UI is that we get to select exactly what we want because we don't want to necessarily import everything for reasons that I will get into. Let's say for the level and the skills and the attributes, you want to select them bit by bit because of the calculation of the stats. For instance, your health, you don't want necessarily to um, calculate it manually. You want to increase your skills and then increase your attributes and then you increase your level and poof, everything is properly set. So let's say I want to get the intelligence, okay? This will mean that if I import that, the intelligence of my new character is going to directly be set to 45. Of course, I can modify this. I can say I want it to be 98, for instance, okay? And this will carry over to the base value. So we can also select various ones, let's say speed and agility. You hold, it's kind of like Windows. You can just, hold shift and select several. You can select another one here, let's say, and you just click here that will have them move. Then you uh, save this, okay? Uh, and that will create that will take you to the target creation import. Again, this is just another layer of filtering where if you're not happy with your choices or if you want to select further what you import, you can just select, let's say, I want to go and take the speed. And what I do is like I write to the target and I don't want to do the other ones again yet. So I just take this one. Or I can, let's say, take the intelligence and then I write to the target. So the target, okay, you see it's been saved to the same place as the other one. So if we go back here, we have the target. So it just contains the intelligence, okay? And now let's get ready. We're going to take another little character here. For instance, this one is like, level 1 with nothing. We just travel to Gvatch and we can look at his intelligence here and we can either cast a spell and we can see that the intelligence got updated to 98. Of course, you don't have to use the spell, which requires the ESP, but if you want, you can simply use the command. Okay, we're going to go back to the UI. We're going to remove that, and instead we're going to get the speed at 66. Okay, we write again to the target, and we go back to the game. And we note that right now our speed is 55 and we can enter the command import save. Okay, one field applied and we have the speed at 66. So let's see what happens if I try to put everything. So we are going to simply, like select everything, 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 everything. Or if you, since, since we have the all the information in the save dump, you can very simply take the content entirely, copy paste it to the target, boom. Again, all of this can be done in real time. You can just alt tab out of the game. It really doesn't do anything bad. And you can just import like this. So a lot happened here. First of all, we have all of the books and the items that were inside the Dark Brotherhood main room that were imported. Uh, if you this is if you want to transfer the content of a player home, for instance, is very useful. And of course, you can modify exactly where you would want, let's say, this pot to be or these books. They appear next to me because of the difference between the configuration of this tent and the Dark Brotherhood. Now we have all the items. We have the level, which is 4. We have the statistics, which are the one from this other character. We have the skills. We have the factions. And we have the little stats here. Things that are a bit less obvious are the quests and the completed quests. Something that I will have to touch on later is the load order. Some of the imports won't necessarily load properly because of the difference in load order. But that's really something we don't have to worry about right now. I'll make a separate little utility to translate the load order. It's very easy. All of it is text, and text, transferring the load order, let's say, or of 8 to 7 is very easy to do. So don't worry, it'll come. Something that I haven't in this save, but I will be able to touch on later, are the custom spells and enchantment. But for now, that's a brief overview. Basically, it works like this. You can import everything you want from one character to the next. And by using the UI, you can filter exactly what you want to import. Thank you for watching and see you soon.